Gardening is more than just a hobby. It's a connection to nature, a source of nourishment, and a way to find peace in our busy lives. It enhances our surroundings, providing a sanctuary of beauty and tranquility. In a world facing environmental challenges, adopting sustainable and innovative gardening practices is more important than ever. These practices not only help the environment, but also foster a sense of community and shared purpose. Permaculture, with its focus on mimicking natural ecosystems, offers a path towards resilient and abundant gardens. It encourages biodiversity and sustainable living. Roses, with their timeless beauty and captivating fragrance, bring joy and elegance to any space. They symbolize love and care, making any garden feel special. And guerrilla gardening, a form of green activism, adds splashes of color and life to neglected urban areas. It transforms forgotten spaces into vibrant living art. These gardening approaches, while distinct in their methods, share a common thread. They empower us to make a positive impact on our environment and communities. They bring people together, fostering collaboration and shared goals. Whether you have a sprawling backyard or a small balcony, incorporating these practices can transform your gardening experience and contribute to a greener, more beautiful world. Every small effort counts. So, let's delve into the fascinating world of permaculture, roses, and guerrilla gardening, and explore the endless possibilities they offer. Discover how we can cultivate not just plants, but also a deeper connection to nature, and in doing so, create a more harmonious and sustainable world for future generations. Permaculture, a portmanteau of permanent agriculture and permanent culture, is a holistic design system that seeks to create sustainable and self-sufficient ecosystems. It integrates land, resources, people, and the environment through mutually beneficial synergies. It's about working with nature, not against it, by observing natural patterns and principles to design gardens that are both productive and in harmony with their surroundings. This approach ensures that every element in the garden has multiple functions and supports the whole system. One of the core principles of permaculture is diversity. This diversity not only enhances the beauty of the garden, but also its functionality. By planting a variety of species, we create a more resilient ecosystem that can better withstand pests, diseases, and changing climate conditions. This biodiversity acts as a natural defense mechanism. Another key aspect is creating closed-loop systems, where waste is minimized and resources are used efficiently. This means reusing and recycling materials within the garden. For example, composting kitchen scraps provides nutrient-rich fertilizer for the garden, enriching the soil and promoting healthy plant growth. While rainwater harvesting systems reduce reliance on municipal water sources, ensuring that the garden remains sustainable even during dry periods. Permaculture gardens are designed to mimic the intricate relationships found in nature, fostering a thriving ecosystem that benefits both humans and wildlife. This interconnectedness creates a balanced environment where every organism plays a vital role. Roses, often referred to as the Queen of Flowers, have captivated gardeners for centuries with their exquisite beauty and intoxicating fragrance. From classic hybrid teas to romantic David Austin varieties, there's a rose for every taste and garden style. While roses may seem intimidating to grow, understanding their basic needs can lead to a flourishing and rewarding rose garden. Roses thrive in well-drained soil, with plenty of sunlight. They are heavy feeders and benefit from regular fertilization throughout the growing season. Pruning is essential for maintaining their shape, encouraging new growth, and removing any diseased or dead canes. When choosing roses for your garden, consider the climate, available space, and desired bloom type. With proper care and attention, these captivating flowers will reward you with an abundance of blooms year after year. Guerrilla gardening is a form of activism that involves planting in public spaces without permission, often in neglected or abandoned areas. This movement is driven by individuals who are passionate about making a difference in their urban environments. It's about reclaiming urban spaces and transforming them into pockets of beauty and greenery. These efforts not only beautify the area, but also create a sense of community and shared responsibility. Guerrilla gardeners are driven by a desire to improve their communities, promote biodiversity, and raise awareness about environmental issues. They often work together, fostering a spirit of collaboration and unity. While the act of guerrilla gardening can be controversial, it's often seen as a positive and creative form of protest. It challenges the status quo and encourages people to think differently about urban spaces. Guerrilla gardeners typically focus on planting low-maintenance, drought-tolerant species that can thrive with minimal care. These plants are chosen for their resilience and ability to survive in tough urban conditions. Seed bombs, small balls of soil, clay, and seeds, are a popular method for guerrilla gardening, as they can be easily dispersed into hard-to-reach areas. This technique allows for quick and effective planting. From transforming traffic islands into wildflower meadows to brightening up neglected alleyways, guerrilla gardening brings life and color to unexpected places. These vibrant changes can inspire others to take action and appreciate the potential of their surroundings. Section 5. Permaculture in Action. Practical examples for your garden. Now that we've explored the principles of permaculture, let's look at some practical examples of how you can incorporate these ideas into your own garden. One popular technique is companion planting, which involves strategically planting different species together that benefit each other. For example, planting basil alongside tomatoes can deter pests and enhance the flavor of both plants. Another example is creating a guild, a diverse group of plants that support each other's growth and provide multiple yields. A fruit tree guild, for instance, might include nitrogen-fixing plants like clover to enrich the soil, shallow-rooted herbs to suppress weeds, and flowering plants to attract pollinators. By incorporating these permaculture techniques, you can create a more resilient, productive, and sustainable garden ecosystem. Section 6. Rose gardening, troubleshooting, and creative solutions. Even with the best care, roses can sometimes encounter problems. Common issues include pests like aphids and black spot fungus. Regular inspection of your roses can help identify problems early on. For pest control, consider using natural solutions like insecticidal soap or neem oil. To prevent black spot, ensure good air circulation around your roses and avoid overhead watering. If you have limited space, consider growing roses in containers. Choose compact varieties that are well suited for container gardening. Roses can also be trained to climb trellises, arches, or walls, adding a vertical dimension to your garden. With a little creativity and problem solving, you can overcome common rose gardening challenges and enjoy the beauty of these captivating flowers. Section 7. Guerrilla gardening, choosing the right spots and plants. When engaging in guerrilla gardening, it's essential to choose your spots and plants carefully. Look for neglected areas that could benefit from a touch of greenery, such as vacant lots, tree pits, or sidewalk cracks. Consider the amount of sunlight, water availability, and soil conditions when selecting plants. Drought-tolerant, low-maintenance species are ideal for guerrilla gardening. Wildflowers, native plants, and herbs are all excellent choices. Avoid planting invasive species that could disrupt the local ecosystem. Remember to be mindful of your surroundings and avoid planting in areas that are privately owned or where it could pose a safety hazard. Section 8. The power of community, sharing the joys of gardening. Gardening, whether it's permaculture, roses, or guerrilla gardening, is not just a solitary pursuit. It's an opportunity to connect with others who share a passion for plants and the environment. Joining a local gardening club, attending workshops, or participating in community garden projects can provide valuable knowledge, support, and inspiration. Sharing your gardening experiences with others can be incredibly rewarding. Offer to help a neighbor start their own garden, donate surplus produce to a local food bank, or simply share the joy of gardening with friends and family. By fostering a sense of community around gardening, we can create a more sustainable, beautiful, and connected world. Section 9. A final thought. Let's get our hands dirty. As we've explored the fascinating world of permaculture, roses, and guerrilla gardening, one thing is clear. There's a gardening approach for everyone, regardless of their experience level, space constraints, or personal motivations. Whether you're drawn to the sustainability of permaculture, the elegance of roses, or the activism of guerrilla gardening, the most important step is to simply start planting. So, let's get our hands dirty, embrace the joys of gardening, and together, cultivate a greener, more vibrant, and more connected world, one garden at a time. And remember, a little bit of well-rotted manure goes a long way in any garden.